Welcome to Skip versus Ernestine. Skip versus
Ernestine.
Ernestine. This is round 64. And we will get to your probing, provocative questions in just a moment. But first up, many of your bang radioactive comments about last week's Oscar edition here on Skip versus Ernestine. I'll just bang through a bunch of these.
Just bang through.
This is Michael Z1982. I feel like Sinners got more than it really deserved. There were better films, better performances. Totally disagree, but we just got an onslaught of anti-Sinners. This is from at PT Jones 4U2. I like that. Sinners is a horrible movie, absolutely horrible. You've got to be kidding. I don't like that. Then this is Halo RJ. The only thing worse than the acting in Sinners was the story in Sinners.
I didn't see
just
Sinners.
full
You saw
disclosure,
it.
she didn't. I did. I really liked it. I thought it got robbed at the Oscars, and this is a classic breakdown, white versus black. I don't care what you say, white versus black. Obviously, I'm white, but I like Ryan Coogler, and I love Michael B. Jordan, who doubly deserved the Oscar for Best Actor because he played twins. And it's an allegory of Mississippi and the Delta region of Mississippi in the Jim Crow South 1930s. What do you think it's going to be? It's an allegory about how the white people are sucking the blood out of the black community, how they are actually going in and destroying and corrupting the black community. That's okay, and it was beautifully done if you accept it as allegory, and a lot of people don't. They're just going to crap on it, which is fine. And yet Robert P. Larson says, well, Sinners is a horror movie, and they very rarely win, okay?
I didn't see it,
It
but
does sort of morph into a horror story because it's about vampires, and vampires are horror stories. But that's not the point of it, and that's not the bigger picture of it. And it ends beautifully because it comes into the present. You just have to watch it. I thought it was inspired. Okay. And yet I did a whole commentary on my podcast, my solo podcast, about how uncomfortable it made me as a white person, because it did, but it happened. And I wasn't part of it. I didn't grow up in Mississippi in the 1930s, so
but you grew up in Oklahoma City in the 60s when there was segregation.
There was segregation for a while. Schools were not integrated in my high school years until my senior year. But I don't want to get completely off on this. I'm different. My mother, quote unquote, was basically a black woman named Katie Bell. Now we have a white dog named Hazel who wants to join the fray here.
Hazel's joining. Okay, go sit down.
But because I was in a broken home, double alcoholics, I got left at my grandmother's a lot, and she was not a rich woman, so this wasn't like the help. But I did get raised by the woman who ran my grandmother's household, named Katie Bell, who was a black woman originally from Alabama by way of Chicago, and I just felt differently. I was raised differently. She raised me to believe that we're all pieces of God. No matter what color we turn out to be, we're just pieces of God, and we are. That's the God's truth. Next up, this is Strangler Things. Sinners was hot garbage, ripped off from Dusk Till Dawn, which I did like a lot.
I did like that one.
One Battle After Another was also garbage. Both were overproduced B-movie trash. Well, I could certainly make that case about One Battle, but not about Sinners. And then this is Eagle Rare 7. Skip, I remember when you said LeBron went to LA to be more like Michael B. Jordan instead of Michael Jordan. Classic line, says Eagle Rare 7, and it was a good line, I must admit, because that was what happened. Thank you very much.
And he didn't win the Oscar.
No.
Michael B. Jordan won the Oscar.
Michael B. Jordan won the Oscar.
Right, so.
This is from IG, from @red_blue. I agree, Skip. This is a comment about sinners getting robbed, so I had one agree there. Then this is a Facebook comment from Don Smith. If you haven't watched Weapons, much better than Sinners. I've been trying to talk her into at least trying Weapons, but
I don't have interest. I'm sorry. Why do I have to
we
watch
don't know Weapons. We just know that she won. You know her better than I do from the past.
Amy Madigan.
Yeah, and
Great
she's married
actress.
to Ed Harris.
Ed Harris.
And I was just shocked by that one. I didn't see that one coming. She won Best Supporting, and yet I'm pretty sure Weapons is a horror movie.
Well, you can watch it.
Well, I probably will on the treadmill.
Okay.
I'm about to get to
I don't have
another
any
treadmill
interest.
movie. This is Matt Van Dyke. Sinners won multiple awards. Question mark, question mark. Wasn't that enough? Okay, it did. It just should have won Best Picture, that's all. This is from Ginzo D. Great take. One battle is all over the place, but Sean Penn plays the ish out of that role. Okay, he did.
Well, anything Sean Penn is
he's
in, and he's great at everything.
He just owns it, and he plays everything with such intensity that it just gets raw, but the part is gonzo nuts. Well, I still don't understand, but I bowed out about an hour in or so. Okay, this is at Joy Chantel, who says, no mention of Jesse Buckley's win. Jesse Buckley's win.
I didn't see Hamnet.
Okay, I blanked out on
Blame it
this
on me.
because I had watched about, on the treadmill, an hour of Hamnet when we did the show last week. And I should have said that. We wide ranged
Sidetracked.
all over everywhere, and there was so much that happened on Oscar night, just so many pictures that I just blanked it out. But I still haven't finished it, but it's Shakespearean, literally, because it's about William Shakespeare. And from what I've seen in an hour, she is a powerhouse. She is something. She is Shakespearean. And she plays the wife and the mother of William Shakespeare.
Okay, I
with
got it.
high passion.
Okay.
You're dismissing it.
I'm
but
dismissing
not
it,
your
but-
cup of tea, I guess.
Well, I loved Keira Knightley when she was in Ivory Merchant films and all of it's similar, same feeling.
Okay, and
It's not as though
finally,
this is new.
no. I don't know, she's a cut above Keira. She
Okay.
is, she's a cut above.
Well, I'll take Keira.
Yeah, Keira to me was like, look, Ma, I'm acting. Look, I'm acting.
Oh.
And this
Right.
woman just takes the
Well, I
part
wish
over.
I could act like Keira. She
okay.
is an actress.
Well, she's much prettier than Jessie
she's
Buckley
beautiful,
is, but that's not
she's
the
also
point.
a great actress.
Yeah, she's not Jessie Buckley. She doesn't have an Academy Award.
Well, but look at everything she's been in. But anyway, we're
Okay, this
getting
is
off track.
finally at D. Glocker's son. Melania was actually very good, even if you despise Trump. Ernestine.
I just had enough of 10 minutes. We watched 10 minutes.
I think we
couldn't
watched
take it
20.
anymore.
It was repetitive, but
I just did not feel like going
she has
shopping with her for
presence.
the day.
Yeah. All right, let's take a question from Anthony from St. Louis. Another legend no longer with us following the death of Chuck Norris. Do you think his career and influence is overlooked because a lot of the gimmicky stuff he did with his characters is
Yeah,
he
but
legit?
He is real. He is legit. I mean, this is a guy who trained with Bruce Lee
He did.
back in the day, and he was just an all-around fighting hero in movies. And also, my mother loved Texas Ranger, and a lot of people
Walker,
loved
Texas
it. Walker
Ranger,
Texas Ranger, because he was that guy too. But I know people that knew him personally and said he was the absolute nicest man in the world. And he was a tough guy, but he was respectful and he was just a good guy. So I have nothing bad to say about him, and I think that
Well, nobody's asking you to say anything
well,
bad
I'm not going to
about
say
him.
anything bad about him, but he was. Look at everybody plays goofy, buffoony things. Look at The Rock, and you look
That's a
at
fact.
Stallone has done some bad
He has.
stuff, and Schwarzenegger has done bad stuff.
Okay.
Bruce Willis never did anything bad. He was in Moonlighting, which was amazing, but I think there's something in everybody's dossier resume that is a little bit off, I don't know, off key of what people want them to be.
Okay, I never got into Walker, Texas Ranger because it was a little stereotypical, goofy,
Well,
TV-ish,
yeah,
you
but
know.
it ran for years
It
and years
did.
and years.
It did, and it only worked because of him.
He was commanding.
He commanded. He did. He wasn't Bruce Lee as a martial artist. I don't think he could have whipped Bruce Lee.
No, but he never said. He said, I trained with the master, and I
did.
watched tapes of them together, and they were just.
He was really good at what he did. Did he have the stature of a John Wayne? No, not quite. His
No.
was TV stature versus movie, like silver screen,
Yeah.
larger than life presence that the Duke had. I don't think
Different.
he's in that ballpark. He's not in that
No.
galaxy, but still legendary. Hated to see him go, and I just seen a video of him. I think he was 86,
Yeah, it was.
and
a
he
week
was
before.
still going.
Yeah,
He
a
was
week
still
before
working
his
out hard,
birthday.
and I certainly.
And he said, "I don't
admire
age.
that.
I level up."
He levels up.
He
and
was
does.
incredible.
Yeah, highly respect that. Admire that. Look up to that. You good with that?
Yeah, I love Chuck Norris. I'm sad to see he's gone.
Okay, we didn't get to this last week because we got sidetracked on everything Oscar. But now we have Dak Prescott and another former Dallas legend.
Speaking of
Luka.
future Oscars,
Yeah,
Jack. Yeah.
Dak. Think he's gonna get an Oscar for what?
Yeah, right. No Oscar. I hate to break it to you and him.
Okay, all right. But they're both having
Marital
kind of
problems.
similar, they're not marital, they were just
Well,
relationship issues.
problems.
Okay, both have two infant daughters. Each has, it's the same situation on
Right.
both sides. And
Swap them out.
Luca now has sort of custody slash child support battle going on with, I guess, his ex,
Yeah.
his longtime partner, girlfriend, whatever you want to
yeah,
call her,
fiance.
who's back in where he's in his homeland. And I thought she was here, and then
she
she
went
filed here.
Then she took the kids and left.
Okay, Slovenia.
Slovenia, yeah.
And it sounds like, again, we talk about this all the time, we don't know exactly what to believe about what's going on behind closed doors of the relationship.
Right.
Oh, Hazel, she's sweet.
Yes.
But if the New York Post is correct, and they usually have a lot of truth in the New York Post, it reported that Sarah Jane Ramos is done with Dak romantically over infidelity issues, history of communicating with other women using incognito social media accounts, sending inappropriate messages to multiple women, to ex-flings of his,
God. Oh.
on and on. So my immediate reaction on both cases is simply this. Forget about how great they are on the field or on the court.
Yeah, they have to live a life outside of
Okay.
playing ball or
Okay.
Football.
What I hate the most is that there are two infant daughters on each side, and I just hate it that those very young girls got brought into this world, into unstable situations.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the women are unstable because I don't know anything about that. I'm
the
just saying
relationships.
it's
that they
just the
have.
relationship is unstable, and so dad's going to be distant, and he's going to be absentee, I assume, unless they somehow get some kind of custody, which
Yeah.
I'm going to doubt, but I don't know. But the
Well, we
point
get
is,
some time
I
to see
just
the kid.
hate it for the little girls because their upbringing will be a little out of balance. It's just a little out of mom-dad balance. Mom-dad, there's no balance to it. Where, and their fathers are going to be very famous, and yet as they grow, their fathers are still very actively engaged in the sport that they play.
Yeah, but
Because-
not maybe in their life.
I don't know.
But the listen, I know a lot of women in my time that to hook up with a guy who's famous, and then the clincher is you have the kid. So once you have the kid, whether you're married or you're not married,
That's a
most
good
of the
point.
time when you're not married, because I know so many girls that dated big actors, singers, athletes, they don't really care about the relationship as much as nailing the kid. Once you have the kid, you got the connection
you're
to that
golden.
guy,
Yeah.
and now your ticket is golden, especially money-wise, and you will always have that connection. That's the kid's father. So they don't really care that much about the relationship per se. It's about you had the kid with that guy who's famous, and now you're set for life, and that kid is set for life. That's the truth. So a lot of these girls don't even care.
Do you think
women.
that was their motivation to start with?
Well, I think a lot of them know that by having a kid, it's one thing to date somebody and then you just break up, whether you're married or you're not married, and it's just you alone or you don't have a kid. Maybe you have a dog, you have a cat, and that's a problem because sometimes if you live together with somebody, then you have to have custody of the animal. But when you have a kid, it's just, it elevates your relationship and it elevates your life where all of a sudden now you have a connection with that guy. No matter how many other women they marry, you still have the kid that is part of that guy, and you will always be connected and be taken care of as long as that guy has money to burn.
Yeah.
Which the money to burn is, what's another kid?
Dak is scheduled to make $60 million
Right.
next year, and Luca's
So-
up in the 50s.
So they can support the kids,
No,
and
definitely.
the woman they don't have to worry about trying to get a job at Rite Aid or at work at Target to try to support a kid. They got the golden goose.
Yeah, it feels like on the Dak side of this that he wanted to keep in touch with lots of other women. And I don't know
Right.
if he's going to actually cheat, hook up, or if he just wanted that ability to keep up and flirt with other women.
Right,
I
well,
don't
it's
know.
over with. He's married. He's getting married to this girl with two
They were
kids.
just a month away from
Right,
a
so
big
give
marriage
it up.
in Italy.
Give it up, you know?
Okay, all right.
Grow up.
Yeah, we once clashed over me just keeping in
Right.
touch with my
Doesn't work.
exes.
Doesn't
and
work.
she says no.
Grow
and I'm
up.
like, they're my sisters.
They're not your sisters.
But
You
I-
don't
I
sleep with your
wasn't-
sisters, so that's
Okay.
the thing.
I wasn't going to sleep
Well,
with
it
them.
doesn't matter. You did at one point, and now it's over, so move on. Goodbye.
It's
Have the nice life.
long over.
Right, so there's no need
Okay.
to keep them around.
But
But when you have a
Dak's stuff
kid,
all felt fresh, like it's now. It's happening, ongoing.
yeah, but at this point, they're in their 20s, and they already
He's
have
30,
two kids.
30
She's in her
something.
20s or whatever. Maybe
He's
she's 30.
32, yeah.
Two kids already,
Yeah.
and now, okay, so they split.
I think Luca had been with this woman
I
for
thought
a while.
they were together since like,
I think they were high school
Yeah.
sweetheart types.
I thought they
Yeah.
were, I don't know, maybe.
And then suddenly he gets traded to LA, and it's
Well,
like,
it's the big time.
wow, here we go.
Yeah.
We've had certain people we worked with
Yeah.
who came to LA, and it was like, boom. Oh, I'm in Hollywood.
I actually like Luca. I thought he seems to be nice, and I've seen him do videos for young guys that are waiting for his autograph, and he treats them well. He doesn't just walk by them. So I thought he was nice, but I don't live with him.
So you took one video and you
Yeah, one video.
took a leap from there.
Yeah.
He's a really good
He's a
guy.
nice guy. Yeah.
Well, right now, I think his partner would tell you otherwise.
Well, isn't that the case with every relationship?
And for
There's
me,
two
as a
sides.
fan, Luca is hard to watch because he complains about and argues
Well, he always
every
goes to the
single
ref.
call.
I
Every
don't have a
single call
problem
or
with him
non-call.
doing it. I find it
He's
funny.
looking at the ref like,
I know, but it's funny after a while.
it's funny.
Yeah, I think it's
It's
funny.
annoying and irritating and ultimately off-putting where I want
Well,
to...
you're looking at it
turn down.
hardcore sports. I'm not
I am.
looking at it I find it just entertaining. I know he's going to do that. But I've
Okay.
seen him on different talk shows when he was promoting that he lost the weight. He seemed like a nice
That was
guy.
a while ago. Yeah.
No, it was maybe 6 months
No,
ago.
I know, when it's
Yeah,
the weight's
yeah.
back. Okay, because he just,
But who knows? We don't live with these people.
I just said that.
And who knows what goes on behind closed doors with, who knows, maybe they're doing something on the
Okay.
guy's back. Who knows?
Highly possible.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I don't know. Speaking of former sports stars, Tom Brady played in a flag football game this past weekend
Yeah.
and ahead of that, he was promoting, up on stage, several players that were going to play. One was Joe Burrow, current quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, sort of heartthrob quarterback. And all of a sudden, Brady weirdly is trash talking and takes what came across as a jealous personal shot at Joe Burrow. All of a sudden, because Burrow's playing for the flag team called the Wildcats, and he says, "Oh, I'm paraphrasing, but he said, you were the Wildcat over the Oscar weekend because I saw what you were doing." Well, Joe Burrow was pictured in the back of a black car, SUV, private car, riding along with Brady's
Alex
flame,
Earl.
Alex Earl. And
If I never heard her name again,
well, I know.
I would be
She's
happy.
made it, man.
Oh, she's made it.
And so
made it.
I know, but I work with the woman Kinsey on my show called Arena Gridiron, and she was like, "Man, if she's juggling Joe Burrow and Tom Brady, that's pretty great." Well, it is
Pretty great. It doesn't take a lot to sleep with somebody.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I don't know what you're juggling.
well,
So
you have
what?
to get them to sleep with you.
Oh my God!
Those are
How
two.
hard is that if you're at a party and you have your boobs hanging out and
Okay, but
you're
those two, I don't know that just any girl with her boobs hanging out could get those. at a
Oh, first of all,
party.
Tom Brady has digressed. Okay,
Really?
when he was playing for Tampa, but before that,
New
England.
Yeah.
And he was married and he had kids and he was a family guy. He was respectable. He was a good family man. He was everything that you liked.
I
And
think he was a
you know,
good father. I don't know about
well,
the
whatever.
husband part.
But they seem to have an okay
They
relationship,
did.
sort of, for whatever.
Yeah.
And then the minute they split, he just went backwards instead of remaining this,
Okay.
I don't know,
they call it
respectable guy.
middle-aged crazy, you know.
Oh, I don't know. He just needs to
Okay?
stop.
He's
Just
sowing the oats
stop
he
it.
didn't sow.
He
Although-
did so years before. What are you talking about? He was married to what's her name, Monahan. Is it
Yeah.
Monahan?
Is it Bridget?
Yeah,
No,
Bridget Monahan. Yeah, who was in the Tom Selleck series, that police one with.
I had a kid with her.
Yeah, the son is with.
It's another one.
But
Okay.
they were together for a while. And she was a model and she had a career. But this is just like, I just want to say to him, why don't you just stop? Why don't you just get a girlfriend and just be normal? It's
He has
not
a
as though
girlfriend.
he's
It sounds like he's got Alex Earl
no,
at
he
age
doesn't.
25.
Oh, please.
Well,
it's not his
okay,
girlfriend.
Okay, we saw them on the yacht over the
Oh my
Christmas
God!
holidays
So
out in
one
whatever
party
ocean they were in.
constitutes a girlfriend. I don't
Okay,
think
but
so.
they were up close and personal. And
Well, I'm
then,
sure they spent time
okay,
together.
then People Magazine reported they were hooking up at the Super Bowl during that week.
And now, so Joe Burrows, so
Burrow.
he's Burrow,
Mhm.
whatever. I'm not. I don't really think he's the hot thing in the world either. But
I think
so
he's
there's
a
only
good-looking
one
guy.
woman in the world that everybody's going to go after.
I don't know. It sounds like
I mean,
she's
why don't they
the
open their
hottest
eyes?
commodity.
There's a lot of other women.
I don't know. Maybe she's got it. You know, maybe I don't know. Well,
It's just called. Let's see
Something's
if you
happening
go with
here.
her. Your name is going to then be in the media because you're going to be attached to her, and she will make the media write about her with them.
she's an influencer. Well, she
Oh
did
my
that
God.
show, Wake Up With Me, or whatever it was. Or Get Ready. No,
Yeah.
Get Ready With Me.
Get
Wake Up.
Ready.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Just please. I don't know why they just don't
Tom
all
Brady
go
has
away.
lost her.
I'm sorry. I used to like Tom Brady.
She did.
He's even in my book.
I know.
I just gave it up. I thought he was, when he was with Giselle, they were a really nice couple.
What is hard for me to believe as a big Brady football fan is that he now is the lead commentator for Fox Sports, and he is not only an owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, he is a primary decision maker. He is the primary sort of de facto GM, team builder. He's making pulling all the strings, all the levers.
Yeah.
And he's cavorting with Alex
That's-
Earl
see, that's
all
where
over
I'm
the
saying
countryside.
he
It's
needs
like,
to just-
what, man, what?
There's
it's-
so
it's like
many women
beneath
out
him.
there that are they're upscale, they're beautiful, they're whatever they
Well,
are.
then to
Why can't you
show
just find somebody?
obvious, blatant, public jealousy?
So ridiculous.
Jealousy of Joe Burrow just because there was a picture of Joe riding in the back of the car with
That's
Alex
what I mean.
Earl?
He should grow up. He's got 3 kids or 4 kids. It's just like, just act your age, not your shoe size.
Ooh,
That's
is that
tough.
original?
Yeah. He must be like a size 14 shoe. How tall is he?
6'4".
Well, maybe he's a 12.
And you've decided he's not that good looking.
He's not my cup of tea, but I don't go for that type.
What's your word for him? He almost comes across as sort of Frankenstein.
He's just kind of wooden now. Yeah, he's very. He's gotten
his face
too
is
much Botox
frozen.
on it.
He's got a lot of Botox on his face.
I liked Tom before. He was real. Now he's
You know, all
not
those
real.
guys, especially when you are the biggest star in the history of the National Football League with 7 Super Bowl rings and 10 Super Bowls that you played in, it's hard to cure yourself of that. If you stop, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
how do I scratch my
But
itch?
he has a good job. It's not like he's not
No, he
doing
does. He
anything.
has a
He's
great
he's
job.
got a job at Fox
I
and
know,
he's
but they're-
respectable.
they all tell me, you know, I work, as you know,
I know.
with thousands of ex-players, and they're always, like my guy TJ Ward that I work with was just talking in a show I did today on Arena Gridiron about what he went through trying to unwind from playing, trying to get back in the real world. And he said he drank too much, he smoked too much, because you're just trying to
Fit in.
and you're trying to anesthetize
Right.
yourself against the pain of I don't have it anymore. What do I do now?
Right.
It rejected me
Right,
because
but-
ultimately it rejected Tom Brady, even though he has the capability of still playing. At some point, your body just can't take it, and you get like
But
everybody
it's
else.
not as though he was
rejected.
out of a job. He has a good job, so he could
No,
be.
that's true. But
And
you're
he's
not
still in the
playing-
spotlight.
I know, but there's nothing that can equal playing professional football.
you
There's
can't
no
play forever.
There's no substitute for Sunday morning and
No,
afternoon getting
but he
ready.
played
for
the longest anybody's ever played.
45 years old.
Right.
Yeah, interesting.
So
All right, this is a quick question from Miguel from Boston. A good question. A friend of mine has been dating someone for the last 5 months, and she is the only one who plans the dates. The dude hasn't planned one, all caps on dude.
yeah.
She told me she likes planning them because it means she gets to do whatever she wants to do. But
makes
at some
sense.
point, the dude has to plan something, right? What do you two think of this? Just,
I don't
it's an
know.
interesting relationship question.
I think if he says, "What would you like to do?" and
Yeah.
he always leaves it up to her, I don't see anything wrong in that. And then maybe one day she can say to him, "Well, why don't we do something you want to do? What would you like to do?" Maybe he just is kind of afraid to like say, "Hey, do you want to go to a game or something?" I don't know. Maybe he's just giving it to her that he wants her to feel that, "Hey, I'll do anything you want to do."
Yeah.
Maybe he's madly in love with her.
Interesting. So, quick story. I was the firstborn
Oh boy.
of a man and a woman who didn't even finish high school.
Right.
They're just kids,
Right.
and they don't really know what they're doing. But the reason I got named my name was that they were going to call me the second after his name, John
Right.
Edward Bayless the second,
Right.
firstborn. Yet during their courtship, weirdly, my father called my mother the skipper. You're the skipper because she planned every date. Everything they did, my mother came up with the idea, and my dad was like,
Nice.
okay. Well, I always told you, my father was out of his league with my mother looks-wise, because my mother was very pretty, and you didn't know her in her younger days,
No.
but you've seen pictures of
Yeah,
her.
your mother was very attractive.
She was, especially in my
Younger years.
formative years,
Yeah.
in her late 20s, she was a knockout. And everywhere I went as a little kid with my mother, she's getting wolf whistles from all the guys. Oh my God.
But your father was handsome too, so.
Yeah, I never thought so.
Well, he
I
was.
look
He
like
was
my
handsome.
father. I actually look like my mother a little bit.
You look
but
more like your mother.
I don't know. But whatever. But it reminded me of this because my father, to woo my mother, just tried to make her feel like she was in complete charge.
Right.
And then ultimately, my father was the guy who just took down the household. You know, he was, ultimately, she was afraid of him.
Right.
And that's where those things usually head, is that this is just the romance stage, right? You're just dating, and maybe Miguel's friend is just trying to win her completely
Well, that's what
over.
I said. So
Yeah.
maybe he's just saying whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. But I think she should say to him, hey, this time you should pick what we want to do. I'll do what you want to do. And see what he says. I don't think the guy's going to say, I have no thoughts in my head.
Okay, well, here's the
He's
big
just
picture
afraid.
of this. That, what do you always say about any relationship lasting? There has to be compromise.
Oh, compromise.
And the one great thing that we do have, the two of us,
Yes.
because we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I'm pretty sure we spend more time together than most couples.
Oh, yeah, okay. But some people work together and live together, but
Yeah.
but
I think
anyway, we spend time
our-
together.
All of our free time we spend together. I do play a little bit of golf, less
Right.
and less, thanks to my back. But
Right.
but I dedicate.
We spend a lot of time
Yes, we
together.
spend a lot of time
Okay.
together, and I look for. It's not drudgery. It's not like
Oh,
I'm enslaved where it's stuck in this relationship. I choose. You hate the word choose, but I
well,
do choose
I
to
choose
spend
to
time,
spend
and
on
you
with
do.
you. I could
Okay.
go out too. I mean,
And
I've
you
got
say if
places
I'm
to
ever
go.
gone somewhere to play golf or something on vacation for a few days, you say the place isn't the same without your
Well,
feel.
yeah, it's
Okay.
not.
All right, but we do have the ability to compromise on what we're going to do
Yeah.
from night to night. Not that we do this every night, but when we do have nights off,
Yeah,
we're constantly giving and taking on what we do.
Yeah.
But sometimes I push hard. I say, I want to watch this tonight.
Right.
Or if I have games, I just say, hey, I have to watch this game. And if you could, maybe you could watch this NBA game, this Laker
Right.
game with me, because you kind of like the Lakers. Not that you like the team, but you like the personalities.
Right, I like to
Luka,
see who's
LeBron,
there, yeah.
JJ, see who the people are. See Diane Cannon,
yeah.
right? See
Yes.
who's
Sitting in the
courtside.
front, yeah, little woman,
And the little woman, yeah,
our friend.
yeah. The point is that this will work for a while, but at some point, if this is going to last, there has
Both
to,
have to compromise.
or at some point, if the dude is just giving and giving and giving in, at some point the dude's going to get bored and
I mean,
say,
I have
just
nothing
don't-
wrong with the guys wanting to show the girl,
Okay.
hey, I'll do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
for-
there's anything wrong
For
with
the
him.
woman to learn about the guy,
Well, she has to say, what do
she
you
has-
want to do?
she's gonna have to say something like,
I
"Hey,
mean, maybe,
you're up."
Maybe he says, hey, you want to go take a drive? I want to go see something. And so what? But I don't think that she should end it with him. I think they should continue. He apparently is a nice guy.
apparently he's totally pliable.
Right, so sweet as that.
Malleable.
That's so nice.
Okay.
Instead of a guy saying, I want to do this, and don't want to do what the girl wants to do.
Yeah. This is Maybelline from Milwaukee. Love that.
Maybelline.
From Milwaukee.
Oh, wow.
ABC canceled the new season of The Bachelorette because of some domestic
God.
allegations against the woman. Do you think ABC made the right decision by canceling, or should the seasons have still aired, given that they're just allegations at this point?
Cancel it, and this one was, why, we have another question of saying about background checks.
Oh, yeah. 19 and counting. From
Yeah.
Libby from Louisville.
Yeah.
Asked that question.
Without a doubt. I don't know how these shows the executives don't have they have to have an area of researchers that research
I don't know.
this person. Have they had any allegations against them? Have they ever I mean, this girl is clearly, the police came to their house. She's throwing a chair, the little,
Taylor, Frankie, Paul.
yeah, but it's over. And we one time watched that horrible Mormon show they had. It's terrible.
Mormon Wives.
Mormon Wives. I could tell from watching her, it's all so fake, number one, and it's terrible. But the video had surfaced that there was a police, the police came. She's throwing a chair at the ex-husband.
Yelling,
the little baby is in the
hitting, kicking,
side. Yeah.
throwing
And the husband
furniture.
is saying, what are you
Baby's
doing?
crying.
The baby is crying. And so nobody sees this tape from
It's
ABC.
from 2023.
But she's addressing it now because it's canceled. The show is canceled. Now she's trying to play off of it, and she had a shirt made with some words on it, whatever. I think there's a big problem here when they don't vent people before they put them on a show.
They let that one fall right through
Yeah,
the
and
cracks.
it cost ABC billions of
It
dollars.
did. No, I don't know if you go to
Did.
billions.
I heard
Was
it.
billions?
Yeah, it was billions because of all the advertising and all the marketing that they have after that.
Okay, but you said the operative three letters,
Uh-huh.
ABC, Disney. I used to work at ESPN, ABC,
Right.
Disney, same
Owns
umbrella.
the world, yeah.
And they're not going to sit still for this.
No.
This network can't abide this. It's
It's
just
terrible.
too lethal for them. They're not going to sit still and say,
Oh, it's
let's
okay.
kinda grin and
She
bear
can hurl
this
a
one."
chair when she
No,
wants.
they'll be okay. No, they won't.
You can't do that.
With Disney at the top, you just can't. If this had been a streaming network or
Maybe, but I don't think you can in
Maybe
today's
Fox,
climate that
maybe.
you can have somebody who has allegations against them, especially when there's a child involved. You
Yeah.
can't.
yeah.
Not going to work.
Okay, speaking of TV and movies, it
Yep.
is time for Skip and Ernestine. Go to the movies on this couch. She's being a sweetheart today.
Hazel is here.
There you go, Hazel.
It's okay. We'll go sleep.
Okay, so we did watch the latest dropped episode of Paradise, episode 7 out of this season's 8. Watched it last night, and you thought what?
I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
Okay, you haven't loved the new season
No, I
that
think the
much
first
because we
season
kind
is
of
better.
left the compound.
Yeah,
we
we're
left the
going
bubble.
off the rails. And
Yeah, we left the bunker.
yeah, I like the first season better when they just really got in. And I love James Marsden as the
Well,
president.
he's popped back up
He's
in
back a little bit, but
retrospect,
not as
in
much. But he
hindsight.
brought a lot to that show last
He
season.
did. He's a very cool president.
Oh, he's great.
Who does a lot of pop culture.
Yeah, he's great.
80s music, sports references.
And he's smart, and I really liked him.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is good. It's a good season. Not as good as the last, but
Okay, I disagree. This season for me has been better
Oh,
than last season.
really?
And I think it has been spectacularly written
Oh.
and edited together because there's a lot of now and then, now and then,
Yeah,
now
they do
and
the
then, now and
crossover.
then. And at some points it gets so complicated, you're like, wait,
Right.
are we back
That
or are
is
we
true.
forward? You know,
yeah.
but
But it's a good show.
the
I like
plots
it.
outside the bunker going all the way to Atlanta, Georgia with our guy, Xavier, are just sensational. And then
Yeah.
they're tied quickly back to the bubble. And now we've come full circle back to the bunker, or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it, the underground in Colorado. And the writing has been extraordinary to me.
Yeah, it's good. I
And
like it.
Episode 7 is fast paced. It's cut, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Bam, bam, edge of seat. There's a gripping, won't give any spoilers, but there's a conflict that arises in Atlanta involving the wife of Xavier that
Yeah.
he's going to find, and it's just spellbinding.
It
What's
is.
going to be the outcome?
I don't even know
Is
how they
somebody
wrote
going
it.
to die, not die,
Yeah.
die, not die,
Really-
die, not die?
Well written.
Right,
It's good. I mean, it's not as good as the first for me, but I still look forward to watching it.
yeah.
I can't wait to watch it.
I had only one criticism, and that for me was, without giving anything
Uh-huh.
away, there's a character who dies in episode 7, won't say who actually, but the way that character dies is not dramatic
Oh,
enough for
you
me.
want more
It
blood and
wasn't
guts.
stunning enough, it wasn't clever and creative enough where that character needed to die worse,
Oh,
die
okay.
worse,
okay.
okay?
All right.
At least die more sensationally, that was my
Okay.
only. And then, out of the blue, it's because a friend of ours, a lawyer friend of ours, texted us that he was watching the Murdochs.
Documentary.
New documentary dropped on Netflix.
I think it's Netflix, yeah.
Netflix. Get them mixed up, but Netflix. And I was on a text chain with Ernestine and the lawyer and his wife, and you started texting, and I'm seeing it on my phone, the lawyer, saying, is it a show or is it?
I thought it
you
was
thought it was fiction.
Bombshell, that we had watched
right.
that.
No, we watched Bombshell, but it was fiction based on fact, obviously.
Right.
And then I said, no, documentary. So we're actually texting each other, and you're like 30 feet away in the
We
next
were.
room. And we were going back and forth on text to them. That's life.
They don't live with us, but
They don't. But we do socialize with them on occasion. She sees the wife on occasion socially. But the point is that she said, well, hey, should we try it?
I wanted to watch it.
And we did. And we couldn't stop watching
It was so good.
And it was 4 episodes, and they are also
You can't stop
beautifully
watching
executed.
it. Yeah. If you like Succession, you should watch
Well, it's
Netflix,
just the real life Succession.
because it is the real.
And Succession was
What,
definitely
based on
based
them,
on the
but-
Murdochs.
But their life is so crazy that
Yeah.
a TV series could not do it justice.
No. And
It's
I did
so
have the
interesting.
privilege, if I
Yeah,
may
you
say
knew
so,
them. Yes, you did.
to interact with all 3 of the Murdochs, not the daughter, but the father, Rupert, a couple times when I worked at Fox at FS1. And I had a call with James Murdoch, who's sort of a sympathetic figure in the documentary.
I
I
like
feel
him.
like she liked him. Had one call in the wooing stage where he made a call to me to help recruit me, and then I got to know Lachlan at Fox because he's more hands-on on the Fox lot. Liked him immensely. I like James a lot on the phone.
Yeah, I like
I didn't get
James,
much
too.
feel for Rupert. Just, there were a lot of people around, so I didn't really get to know him at all. But Lachlan and James, I liked a lot.
Yeah.
And they're both very smart in
Smart.
different ways, and yet, God, their upbringing, the father pitting them
Oh my
against each
God.
other, it's like
Father's just-
fighting pit bulls.
And then there's 2 sisters.
2 sisters, one by the previous marriage, and then the 3 kids were with the second wife.
Right. Who the wife, the mother was
And she was
nice
smart.
woman
She was a guiding light for
Yeah.
them.
she just died last month.
Oh,
But
But
you
really
should watch it.
rich.
Boy,
It is.
it's better than
Stunning.
any TV series because it's real,
It
and you
is
just can't
real.
stop watching it. We
And-
stayed up late watching it because it's so addicting.
And there's no new interview footage. It's
No.
not like they sat
No,
to talk
they
about
didn't
what had
grant
happened,
interviews, but there's
they
enough-
did do enough interviews along the trail that they could pull from.
Yeah, and there's some great New York Times
Reporting.
reporters
A
that,
lot of
that
reporters,
lived it,
yes.
and they went
And they're all great. They're
Yeah,
all
they're
good
really-
storytellers,
oh, man.
and they keep you right on
riveting.
track.
Yeah, because they were intricate in covering the Murdochs. That's all they covered.
And you want to talk about family feud? They're the ultimate family feud.
Just Succession could never
And
reach to
the
what
second
this is.
wife and the mother of the 3 warned from the start, money is going to be the root
Yeah,
of all of
it's
our
gonna
evil.
break
It's
up
going to
our
break us
family.
apart, and it did. And I'm not exactly sure where they are as we speak.
No,
I assume they're going to reconcile and get back
Maybe,
together,
but
but
boy,
it was ugly. It's a great story.
it's so good. Even if you don't care about the Murdochs, it's just
Yeah,
a
it's a-
really interesting
It's a great
family.
story of how money not only
the root
can't
of
buy
all
happiness,
evil.
but it is the root.
It
Money
doesn't
is
matter
the-
how much money they have, it's just their whole family was just broken up by it.
Back to your questions. This is this
RL.
I'm sorry, RL.
RL.
She printed this out.
I,
It's so
my
small
printer,
today,
I have a
can
new
barely
printer, I
see
have
it.
to swap up my printer. This one is printing tiny, tiny little letters. It's screwed up.
This is RL from San Francisco, one of my favorite cities. We were just
Yeah, we
there
were
for the
just
Super
there.
Bowl. Paul McCartney just announced that he's going to be performing at the Fonda. We live near Jane
Yeah,
Fonda
it's
in
great.
LA, a place that has a capacity of less than 1,000 people. Talk about a once in a lifetime
So,
concert.
Paul.
Now he's been doing this
Yeah,
here and there in
pop-up
New York.
places, yeah.
For your dream concert, what's the one that you would pick, and at what venue? And RL is saying, please be specific on the venue, home, backyard, local bar. He's saying those don't count. It's got to be a specific actual
Yeah.
venue. Okay.
And Paul is 83, and Paul is going stronger than ever, and he still sounds great, so.
It's not vintage, but it's good.
No, but I mean,
It's
he
good.
plays his vintage stuff.
I know he plays
But
his
he
vintage stuff.
he has to play some of his new stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
my pick would be, okay, two. I don't know if you want alive and not alive, but the alive person, Steve Perry, hands down.
She loves Steve Perry.
I love Steve Perry, and I would love to see him at a place like the Saban, the Saban here. People say Saban or Saban, I don't know.
what it is.
It's a small venue
It is.
in LA that
I don't know
is
what it
just
holds. Now, it has a balcony that
upstairs.
never gets filled when we go.
but it is.
It might hold
I don't know how many people that holds.
5,000
Maybe. And
Maybe
I would do
3,000.
even a smaller venue, but
Yeah.
I don't really know that. Like the Canyon Club that we saw Billy Bob that
Yeah.
night, I would do the Canyon Club.
Okay.
Just to have
That
Steve.
probably holds 500 maybe.
Maybe that's a better place
Yeah.
in Agora Hills.
Yeah.
That would be my pick because
Out in the
I
valley
live
from us.
for Steve Perry, and I
She
know his
does.
voice isn't still the same, but I would take him because he is the voice.
So he doesn't record anymore,
Yes, he
right?
does. Yeah.
Does he? Okay.
Rumor had it he was going to do a solo show, but I don't know if it ever came. But you cannot get better than Steve Perry journey, in my opinion, of any rock star
Okay.
anywhere. And then if I was going to do someone who is the past, Frank Sinatra.
No doubt. She's Sinatra.
Sinatra all the
day,
way.
all
And
night.
I would have him at the same venues. If you can't come to sing at the house, at the venues.
At the Saban.
I would do the Saban or the Canyon. Just small, intimate Sinatra would be better than life.
Okay. So, just for the record, this is back in 2011, maybe. So,
Yeah.
So is it that long ago that this
I don't know what you're
happened?
telling me about, but
The Rascals.
oh, the rat. Oh,
They
yeah.
used to be
maybe
called the Young Rascals, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
were
grooving
a
on
super
a
group
Sunday
from
afternoon
the
Yeah.
60s,
It was the
and they were
best.
really,
Oh.
really good.
Best.
And they reunited thanks to
Stevie Van Zandt.
of the E
Well,
Street
Sopranos and
but Sopranos,
Springsteen
yes,
and-
and Springsteen. He got them.
Yeah.
He talked them
He
back together
Produced that
because Felix and
Felix Cavalier
his
and
partner
Eddie Brigati.
Eddie Brigati had fallen apart,
Yeah.
and he sort of piecemade
Yeah.
them back
the
together.
original band.
And so they played
5 nights.
Five
at
nights.
What theater was that? I can't remember. It was on 42nd.
but it was a Broadway
Yeah, it was a Broadway theater.
theater, so it's your
Can't
basic
remember.
Broadway theater, and it does have the balcony, but I don't know what they hold. Do they hold 5,000 maybe?
Yeah.
Not more than that.
No.
So they played virtually
5
a
nights
concert.
Broadway.
They just played all their
It was-
hits. They had big video presentation
Yeah.
behind them. They had some narration of their trail to fame, but God,
It was the best.
just sensational.
That was-
one hit after another,
oh.
and they sounded like it was in
Incredible.
the '60s. I mean, they didn't miss a beat.
No.
They didn't drop an octave.
It was
they
the best. It was sold out.
it
and
was
it
beautiful, and we went back
We went 2
again.
nights
We
in a
went
row.
2 nights in a row.
We should have went 5 nights. Now I could kick my butt for not doing that, but
It was very special. Trust me. Now
that
you
was
say, Oh,
incredible.
the Rascals.
oh my God.
Check them out. Just check them out. Felix. In fact, the joke was that they told that when they first went to record, that the studio where they recorded anticipated they were a black group because
Yeah.
they sang black.
They do.
They sang sort of
Very
bluesy,
Motown-y
yeah,
kind of
Motown, and
blues.
then they just did hardcore garage rock and roll. And
Felix
it
on
was-
organ. It's just incredible.
They were incredible.
Yeah.
But
I mean, for Stevie Van Zandt to
yeah,
put them together, and he knows music.
Okay.
It's just the best.
so for me now, right
Yeah.
here, right now,
Right here, right now.
and again,
yeah.
I'm dating myself, but
Oh, it's okay. We could date
the
ourselves.
Rolling Stones can still
Oh,
do it.
that's not dating yourself. They're
Okay?
forever.
They're forever. And Mick still sounds
Oh,
like
he's
Mick
incredible.
to me.
Oh, yeah.
And their energy is still very high.
Keith Richard, I mean, the whole band, and
Okay.
minus Charlie, of course, who passed, but it is just, they're electric.
Mick is still electric in his
Yeah.
80s, I
Yes.
guess? Is he 80
Yes.
something? Yeah,
It's
okay.
like 82.
Okay. So if I could have them play one night
Yeah.
at the Whiskey A Go Go
Oh,
here,
yeah.
because it's still going.
Yeah,
The music
and
is
the
very
Troubadour.
different. The
Troubadour's
Troubadour is
still
still going. Either one of those would be
Yeah,
fine
yeah.
with me. But they're smaller venues.
Yeah.
They're intimate. The acoustics are sensational because they
Yeah.
were built for this. And if we could go see
Oh,
the
wouldn't that
Rolling
be it?
Stones play at the Whiskey,
Oh, my
that's
God.
it for me. That's just like
Drop
game
the
over.
mic, yeah.
Literally drop.
Yeah, that would be
mic.
incredible.
Thank you.
Boy.
Okay. You got worked up this week about the story about Val Kilmer and the AI
it's
potential
terrible.
movie that his kids have signed off
Oh,
on,
it's horrible.
and she is very upset
I
with
love
it.
Val Kilmer.
So
thought
do I.
Val Kilmer was underrated as an actor. He was
Speaking
just
of 60s rock and roll, The
oh,
Doors,
the Doors.
he played Jim Morrison.
Can you get better than Val Kilmer?
He was
became
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
He was.
He didn't step out of that character for the whole time, and then even when the movie ended, he was still Jim Morrison.
He was.
And he was good in Batman. He was great, but this is what irks me. He was planned to do this movie.
He had planned to do it.
but he didn't start
It's
shooting
called
the movie.
As Deep as
Yeah.
the Grave, and
But
it was to be shot in New Mexico.
Right, but he had not started filming the movie. He got sick and
He
then
got
passed.
sick.
So he never got into it. It's not like they had to cut
But
a
the
couple
movie
more
was written for him.
but they did not
So
have
they're
to
going
finish
to try
scenes
to drop in some AI scenes of him
of him.
to make the movie work for his character that was already planned to be him.
Right, but
Okay.
I hate to tell you, he's no longer here, and so now you can't have him. I don't think that you can create. It's so disgusting. You're gonna pixel people together, and now you're gonna have him there acting. He's no longer there. And even though his kids said, "Oh," they said they signed off. Well,
Yeah.
there's also a financial
I'm sure
component
there
to
is,
this,
yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
I just find it really bad taste.
Yeah.
Don't do it to somebody who's no longer here and they can't say, no, I don't want that. Or even if the kids sign off on it, I would never go see something like that. It's disgusting.
I would have to see how it looked and how
Ugh.
it came across and how unreal it played.
But it's not him. I don't care how, I don't care how you cut it. It's not
The
him.
reason I'm torn about it is that the script was actually written for his character.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just going to piece him back together to play some movie that he never was aware of.
Yeah.
This was scheduled. He was signed on to play this part, and he got sick.
I know, but he's no longer here. So,
But I don't know if it was the director or one of the producers, I think it was the
Yeah.
director was making the case, well, it's for him. We're just
it's
trying
for
to
him.
piece it together. Okay.
Listen, when, what
Well,
was it?
maybe it's a tribute to him.
Remember The Crow? When there was a whole thing
It was
about
terrible.
Brandon,
With death, yeah.
what's his name?
I know what you're talking
Lee.
about, yeah.
They couldn't finish the movie,
No.
and then they duped it. They brought in, back then there was no AI,
No.
but they finished it
They did. I
somehow
watched
by
it.
piecing it together with him.
Yep,
I just find it bad taste.
okay,
If somebody passes, just let it go. Get rid of the project.
yeah. I don't know. I don't hate it. I reserve
do.
judgment on that. I would watch it just to see how it came
I
across.
would never.
You know, it's
Sorry.
a special circumstance. I mean,
He's
we've
gone.
gotten a lot of questions on the show about, will AI replace actors? In some cases, yes, but what you can't replace are scripts. AI can't write, it can write crap scripts off
Right.
crap scripts. It can just reinvent the
Right.
same crap, but it can't be inspirational, it can't be clever.
Well, and you can't create people. These
No.
are not people. It's like that movie Simone with Al Pacino.
Yeah.
It was a pixel. Remember, Simone was this
Do I?
fake, beautiful woman
Yeah.
who didn't exist.
All right. I'm not going to dwell on this question.
Okay.
She'll get
Oh, what
upset with
question?
me. This is Charlie from Las Vegas, who says, in a meeting with the Prime Minister of Japan, President Trump made a joke about Pearl Harbor, and we were talking last week, or 2 weeks ago, about talking about how Trump is funny at times, sometimes unintentionally. So are you okay with such a joke, or feel it's beyond inappropriate? Well, let me just say, that was not a joke. he comes from a generation having been born in 1946, which is a year after the war ended. He, as I'm a little younger than Trump, but I still come from the generation where I have some feeling for what that war was. We were at war with Nazi Germany in the European theater, and all of a sudden the Japanese ambush us with an early Sunday morning bombing of Pearl Harbor, and 2,400 people die. 2,400, and 1,100 of those people were on the Arizona, the USS Arizona, that was sunk in the harbor. Think about 1,100 people die on one aircraft carrier.
Horrible.
Well,
Horrible.
they tried to just literally sink our Pacific fleet so that they would have the upper hand, and that it's a sneak attack from one side because we're engaged in a war with Hitler over there. And it was, as FDR said, a day that will live in infamy. Well, I always thought about the World War II veterans who within 20 years had to watch our country flip and become friends with Japan, which is fine because I don't hold the Japanese today responsible for what Hirohito did back in December 7, 1941. But Trump was firing back at a question from a Japanese journalist about why didn't you inform your allies, your friends, before you bombed Iran? And Japan is a friend of an ally of ours, and he made it wasn't a joke. He took a shot back at the journalist. Well, you didn't warn us when you bombed, before you bombed us. Well, it's different because we weren't friends with Japan. They didn't ambush us as friends. They were known enemies at that point. Okay, so the point is, it's just Trump being Trump, and it's from his generation, and he still, I'm sure, out of one side eye, looks at Japan like, God, you bombed Pearl Harbor.
I know,
Well,
but people
they did.
then were not the people that are now.
Absolutely.
So you can't.
No, I
Can't
got it.
hold
But
people
I just wanted to make the
responsible.
point. He wasn't trying to make a bad joke. He was taking a shot. You didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't a fair shot because the circumstance is different, because they are our ally right now.
Can't blame
We hope.
people that something happened 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago, and you can't blame somebody
It was
who's
just,
22
but when the
now.
president at the time said a day that will live in infamy,
will,
for all
but-
those people who experienced that time, it lives in infamy.
Well, it's just like Germany, so, you know.
That's exactly right. Okay, this is Britt from Long Island. Ernestine,
Long Island,
that
in the
yeah.
house. Long Island in the house.
Yeah, Ernestine, you shared that you have your house cleaner.
Yeah.
This is house cleaner,
Yeah.
housekeeper, whatever.
Yeah, cleaning lady,
Come
yeah.
nearly daily.
Yeah.
Your home always looks spotless.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
I'm anal.
Is she?
I am.
She cleans before the house cleaner
Well, I
comes.
do,
She
so,
cleans and I'm not exaggerating. She cleans everything.
Well, I don't do
Cleans
extensive,
the
but
bathroom.
I clean
It's like,
things.
what? Let her.
Whatever.
Okay, if you're gonna pay her.
Whatever.
Okay.
What?
But with just being you, Skip, and Hazel, just the
Yeah.
three of us, is the housekeeper coming daily a little bit over the top?
Okay, here's my rationale.
Okay.
And it went back to COVID days,
Yeah.
but it still stays with us. During COVID, and even after COVID and winter months, when people are sick with flus and
Yeah.
colds and everything else that they get, if somebody is at your house and then they go to 3 other people that week to their house, and say that those houses have lots of kids, and those kids are sick, and I live in a house like a bubble with me and Skip and Hazel, and then the housekeeper comes and says, oh, it's my day to clean your house, and she's hawking up a storm, and she then touches stuff, and then I get sick from her because she got sick from them, I don't want it. And so that's my rationale with why I have somebody come more than not come. I don't want her working anywhere else. If they're gonna work in our
You
place,
understand, so we have to pay her full time. She doesn't come that much.
well, she doesn't come
stay
all the
that
time, but the
long.
other thing is what she
Well,
does is she sits
never-
with the dog.
She never, if we need some, don't call her a dog.
Oh, I'm sorry, she sits with the non-dog, Hazel. She sits with the
Sits with
Maltese.
Hazel. And Hazel for
Hazel
once.
hates everybody, but
kind of likes
she
her.
lets her come in the house.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't really let her come in the house. We have to let her in without Hazel knowing, and then
But Hazel tolerates her.
Hazel tolerates her. So she sometimes is a Hazel sitter, not a dog sitter. Hazel sitter.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
that makes
that's a good point.
When I want to go out, or Skip has to go out, and I have to go out, and sometimes we don't want to leave Hazel alone because she's just by herself for 6 hours.
That is true.
Our housekeeper slash dog
she rarely
sitter.
stays for longer than 3 hours.
3 to 4 hours.
This isn't an 8-hour deal.
No.
Although you pay her.
Well, sometimes she stays longer. Like if we both have to do something or we're not around, she'll stay longer.
So she's paying her a
Well,
full wage.
Because
so that
I
she
don't. I
doesn't
want to lock
work
her in.
elsewhere.
I don't want her
Okay,
to go anywhere else. I don't want to get sick from people.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of people that get sick from. That's the number one way people get sick from other people. It's when they have a housekeeper or a cleaning lady who comes to you after they went to someone else and then they went to somebody else. It's a big virus circle.
And not to be elitist, but I've worked hard for my money. You've worked hard for your money, and we've saved a lot of money. And so I watched her in the COVID days. How long did it go? 2 years?
2 to 3 years.
She
cleaned every single
every
day.
single day because she's a clean freak. So she's cleaning and cleaning, and then I can be messy with all my workout stuff and all.
I cleaned and I cooked. I don't cook much, but I make 2 soups. But I cleaned every single day. I vacuumed every single day. I washed toilets every single day. I washed showers every single day. And I'm tired of doing it. And since I was 18 years old and I had my first studio apartment in New York City for $472 a month I paid, I always had a cleaning lady to come in, and I would pay them even in a studio apartment to just clean my little studio apartment because I worked from 8 to 6 every single day. So I would pay them, $45 a day to clean my apartment or whatever. So it's in my blood.
Yeah. Truth.
That's why.
Kaboom. Thank
I'm not
you.
getting sick from somebody else.
All right, and last quick comment, I just want to say thank you to Joe from Greensboro, North Carolina, who said, Skip, loved you on Gil's Arena.
that's
Talk
so
about a
nice.
natural fit. Can you take us inside that day? Well, I'm about to do another one of those days. I'll do, I hope, at least once a week, maybe a couple times a week.
Pretty good.
And all I can say is I love those guys. I hope they like me because they allowed me into their
Arena.
house, their arena. And obviously, all those guys are black guys who played in the NBA, and I'm a white guy who didn't play in the NBA. So thank you, God. I was proud to be part of it.
Well, that was good. You were good on it.
Thank you very much. And I look forward to doing more of it because as she will tell you, I'm at least as passionate about the NBA as I am the NFL, maybe more so. There's something about the NBA that just lights my fire.
I like it.
So I'm taking my fire into their house, and I hope they will tolerate me.
Yeah, hope they don't throw you out.
Hopefully not. So please don't throw us out. Next week, we will look forward to seeing you
back.
again. If in fact we're still speaking.
We're still talking. Send us
never
emails and questions. See ya. Peace out.